ready to walk away, I've got some news for you. Don't be afraid to let me see you smile. It's okay if you like my style.
Yeah, you can't hear me. Let's rewind. So, as I was saying, today today we're talking about something really important. I think it's important. Today we're talking about getting a head start in 2026, and you might be thinking why so early with there being almost 29 30 days left in December. Well, the holidays are coming, and once that hits, everything's going to be chaotic. It's going to get loud. It's going to be more than we think. More than we think. There's going to be pressure. There's going to be the end of the year crunch, and we're going to start cramming. So I thought it would be a good idea if we start preparing for 2026 now. So we can avoid that overwhelming feeling of just having too much going on in our lives. So instead of waiting until January or trying to plan during the chaos, let's do it now while we still have time. We still have space in our mind. We're somewhat clear. There's really no pressure, just a nice, simple 5 things. 5 things. I got 5 things we can start doing right now. And hopefully by the time we get to 2026, we will be set up. We'll be set up for a strong January, and hopefully that momentum will carry us all the way through. So that's what we're talking about on today's live. That's what we're doing. All that and more. Let's go. All right. Welcome back, everyone, to this is another live. We are we're working on a few things over here. It's not it's not going as smoothly as we were hoping, but we're trying to figure out how to make it work, and we're going to just roll with it. But I want to thank you guys for being here. It's another live. I think I went live maybe the day after Black Friday. I think maybe. I can't remember exactly when I went live, but it was a couple of days ago. But I did say that I would go live possibly today because there was some stuff going on. And I know the last few lives we've been discussing Black Friday and Cyber Monday, of course. That was yesterday. Yeah, today's Tuesday, December 2nd. So Cyber Monday yesterday, I purchased something. I did. I got something. It's not bad. I don't have any regrets. I don't think I do. It was a plugin. Music plugin, a guitar music plugin, and I didn't do so bad. I mean, I bought the 2 things I purchased were music related. So I got the drum sound pack that I told you guys before. So that was like $35. And then this plugin, it's a guitar plugin, which I have something somewhat similar. I had a few of them. I canceled one. And I picked this one up. But I canceled a subscription to one, and basically I got a guitar plugin. It was $199, but the intro price was $149. But since I have so many of their plugins, there was like a loyalty discount, so it was ended up being like $80. So I thought it's a good plugin. I will use it 100%. It goes with all my stuff and it'll help me actually. I have a lot of plugins from this one company. It's one of the companies I use, and it's for my interface and everything. So I don't think I will have a problem down the line. I don't think I will regret it. I got it on sale and a loyalty discount, so it was a win. I consider it a win. And I'll use it. I will definitely use it, whether I'm practicing, whether it's in a new song, which I will. I'll put it in a new song 100%, so it makes it worth it. But yeah, I got a plugin. That was it. Just those two things. And then of course, I think I brought it up last time that Sony was announcing, well, they had an announcement today. And I was thinking it would be the A7 IV, and they announced it. The A7 V is here. I don't know the exact release date, but I've watched a few videos and it looks great. But I'm going to dive in and do some research a little bit more. And just, I've waited so long for well, as I said before, I wanted the A7 IV, but I waited and waited, and then the FX2 came out, and then I wanted to wait for A7 V, see what that would be like. So I still feel I want a hybrid. I don't know. I'm going to do some more research, and then of course both of my brothers are coming, but Taj is coming. He has the FX2, so I'll be able to check that out and maybe have a better idea of what works for me, because obviously I want to get something, if I even get it, but I want something that will work for me. But that's all Black Friday talk. Today we're switching gears and prepping early for 2026. But before we even do that, we are going to see who we got here in the chat. Hopefully this is all working. Let's go to the chat. The chat is seems like it's working. Should be okay. All right, let's say hi to you guys. See who we got in here. Oh, my screen is all over the place. Let me clear some of this out. All right, who do we got? We have Lion. Did I see that right? Oh, it just moved. I see Carrie, Julie, FW Sparkles, FJW, June is here. Breaking Beat, how you guys doing? Miss Silent Sirens here. Vivian, Kiara, how you doing, Kiara? Joanna's here. Did I say Joanna? I don't know if I said Joanna. Hi, Joanna. There's Lion. I think, yeah, Leon. I don't know. Who else? We have Monica. We have Riddle. Riddle, isn't it late where you are? Riddle's here. Carol's here, and Mike Martinez. I think I said that right. What's going on? And Jennifer Jackson. Jennifer Jackson is in the house. Balanced in Union. Carrie, I don't know if I said Carrie already, but if I did, I'm saying it again. Carrie, how are you doing, Carrie? MJ3T Universe. Michelle. Simply Jackson. Michael Jackson 9965 is here. Phew. Shannon. Monica Von Seal. I always wonder if I'm saying that right, but I believe you said I said that correctly last time, so I'm going with that. But again, thank you guys for Denise 37921. Thank you guys for being here, for joining me. I think this will be fun. I think this is a good one. I think it's necessary, and it's definitely relevant because it's coming. The new year is coming, and it's going to be here. It's going to be here way before we know it. So I just have, I was just thinking because I haven't been doing well. My everything's falling apart. Not everything, but I have not been doing well. I have not been happy with my situation, with my progress, my lack of focus, my everything. I have no rhythm. I have no consistency. I have no discipline, no focus, nothing. So, I mean, I have it for a day or two, but it's not consistent. It's not consistent. Haven't been able to form a habit. So today I figured I'm not waiting till 2026, because obviously the new year comes and you have all these, in 2026 I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. I'm no different, but I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. And I'm not saying I'm starting now with everything, but there are things I can do now that will help me, will prepare me for better start, for better start. And I don't have to do too much. We don't have to do too much. Just a few little tweaks here and there can go a long way. So that's the whole point of this. That's what I was thinking about. And I started to write some things down, set some goals, and just little tweaks, little things I wanted to do before the new year. And I thought it would help me going into it. So I figured we talk about it here. So just 5 things, and I'll just run through them, and we'll see what you guys think. You guys could obviously please share if you want, but there's no judgment. We're all kind in here. Share and participate, because it helps everybody. It helps me, and I'm sure you're going to be able to help other people as well, and other people will be able to help you. So it'll be better if you like, of course, obviously you don't have to, but if we can get the chat going, that'll be helpful. So before we talk about before we get into all this, I just want to again thank you guys for helping me with this channel, supporting me, and just showing up. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm still obviously learning I butchered the whole intro. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I don't know what happened. I do, but I don't. It's just, you think you have things organized, you think you got time for stuff, and there's constantly always something that breaks right before, and then you're trying it, and then you're testing it, and you just get thrown off your game. So I got thrown off my game a little bit, but we're still here, and that's all that matters. So let's get through these 5 things. Number 1, I have check-in and don't criticize. Check-in, don't criticize. It's kind of like an alignment thing, you know. Before we talk about planning and goals or anything like that, I think an important thing to do is start with a simple check-in. Not something where you're going to beat yourself up, not looking at everything you didn't do or wanted to do or didn't accomplish, not comparing yourself to other people, just a simple, honest check-in, like a little talk with yourself. I do this a lot. Sometimes I call it a meeting with myself. So just to check in with yourself to see how the year went. What went well? What went well in 2025? We're in 2025. What went well this year? What didn't go well? What did you go through? What did you grow through? What surprised me? What adjustments do I want to make? Some things need fixing. Some things just need simple adjustments. So what adjustments do you need to make? Can you make? Will you make? You will make them. But start with the simple talk with yourself. Start with the check-in. Start with the check-in. Align yourself and step back a little bit. Slow things down and be honest with yourself. You can write it on a piece of paper. If you have a journal, some people do journals. You can write it on a journal. But the goal is clarity, not perfection. We're not going for perfection. We're not going for perfection. We're going for clarity. We're going for progress. We're going for growth. Trying to be better. Trying to get better and learn one step, one day at a time. Progress. And don't beat yourself up. Don't be too hard, because that's that's heading in the wrong direction. We don't want to set ourselves up for failure and just really just beat ourselves up to the point where we don't think it's possible. So small, easy steps. Check in with yourself and see and be honest. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. That's so important, you guys. You have to really just, if you really want to help yourself, which I hope you do, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to figure out where your areas are that need help and why, and what you can do, what steps you're going to do to fix it, to better it. So take note of that. And just a quick note, as we discuss these things, write in the chat, and I'll try to peek in there. But as we go through this, just share and write down what you're feeling, what you're thinking. If you have any, I don't want to call them goals because I don't want it to be too overwhelming, but if there's something simple that you've kind of been got to put yourself in check and hold yourself accountable for, do that check-in. So that would be number one. Number two, declutter. Number two is declutter. I have been talking about that a lot on this channel, and it'll probably be something I'm constantly talking about because I aim for a simple life, simpler, not full on like minimalist, like crazy, but just, you guys kind of get what I'm saying. I just don't want too much. Now that too much can vary, person to person, but I have too much and I'm trying to let go. Declutter is number two. You don't have to declutter your whole entire life. I'm not saying declutter it all by December. That's not possible, obviously. Well, could be, but if you haven't done it all year, you're probably not going to just do it in these 3 weeks. But declutter, and you don't have to. Again, this isn't fix it all before 2026. That's not the whole point of this. The whole point is to start small and start doing what we want to do in 26. Start now. So decluttering has been a goal of mine for many years, and I'm getting there, but I can do more, obviously. And even if it's not the whole thing, even if there's 5 things, even if I just do, a few things here and there, like if I declutter my closet like I did, just a small area, just clean it. Some examples, like I said, closet, my work area, my this area, my what I call it, my cart, my camera cart. You can even declutter your camera roll, your mobile phone. I'm sure you guys have pictures. Your desktop. I just did it just now. I had so many windows open on my screen. I just kind of cleaned it up a little bit, but even that gets messy from time to time. You just end up with so much on your desktop. All of these things will help you because the less you have, I think the easier it is on your mind. It's you're not as overwhelmed. Organization is huge. You can even go through your emails, your finances. You can go through your finances, budgetings, all kinds of things. Just pick something small. If it's too overwhelming, fine. Break it up in pieces. Your schedule, a drawer. Small stuff, because I believe that the small little cleanups create big shifts, big energy shifts, and they go a long way. They go a long way. Trust me. Sometimes it's the small things that have and provide the biggest results. So it doesn't have to be huge, just a small little something. And I hope you guys are putting something in the chat just to get it going, something that you can declutter. I know there's something you guys could declutter. I know there is. So write it down, put it in the chat, because you might spark something in someone else. Might be a good something someone to think about. Someone like me, maybe you're doing something that I want to do. So write it down. Maybe I can join that. But yeah, just decluttering. Number 2. Again, doesn't have to be the whole thing. Just small little pieces, and it goes a long way. I still working on my closet. I got rid of a lot in my closet this past, what was it, like 2 weeks ago? And after this, I'm going to go back up and really try to part with more. Because I really just don't want a lot of stuff. I don't. So number 2, decluttering. Number 3 now. Number 3 is again, it's small. It's small. We just want to do small tasks right now. Because if we haven't done it, like I said, if we haven't done it all years, there's a chance that we're not doing the big ones. But we want to, get things moving. So number 3 is finish a task. Finish a task, something that's been lingering on. Finish it. Finish one thing, whatever it might be. Pick something that's doable. That's doable, that you've been procrastinating on, that's just been lingering on. Put an end to that. Try your best to not allow that to go into 2026. Finish it. Doesn't have to be the big scary thing, the big project. It doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be the big thing. Just find something small that you've been putting off, that you have been wanting to do. It could be a phone call. It could be a phone call. It could be a bill. Whatever you're avoiding, whatever you don't want to get to and just has been on the sidelines, just hanging out with you, put an end to it, or put it in motion. If there's an unfinished project that you started and you never got around to finishing it, like I said before, clean a drawer. For me, I got a few things on my list. I got a drawer, I got a closet, I got a garage, I got a computer. I got plenty, but I'm really trying to focus on something, a closet. And I might not be able to get the entire closet done. So I'll break it up. I'll do my t-shirts and shorts, or my comfortable clothes, before I get into jackets, and I don't know, maybe break it up in seasons, whatever it may be. Go through it and finish it. Finish the job, or pick something like a drawer, a junk drawer. Finish it, organize it. You'll still have junk in it, which is fine. We talked about the junk drawer, but there's probably a lot of stuff in the junk drawer that is junk, that you don't need. So find something that you can do. It might be a garage. I was talking to TJ earlier. Sorry, TJ, I'm sharing. But TJ was going through his garage, and it's just, everybody has stuff. I have stuff, but we were talking about, I was telling him when I moved out here, how I got rid of 9 containers. And, he was asking what kind of stuff that I got rid of. And I told him I got rid of some school books that I had from high school, which were really cool to look at the time. And like, you go down memory lane, but at the same time, it's like I do it once every 5-10 years. And then that moment's gone. Like, I don't need to carry that. And he said, it's so funny you said that, because I came across one of his books that he came through when he was taking a college course. So we all have similar things. Sometimes it becomes junk because we never got to it in the first place, or we think we need it, or maybe it served us purpose then, but it doesn't now. That's all very possible. But whatever it may be, if there's whatever task you have, because you have one, and you know what it is. You're already you're already thinking about it right now. You already know it. You might have a couple. Put them in the chat. But you have a task. Definitely have one, possibly 2 or 3. But whatever it may be, just finish that one thing. Get it off your list. Try not to carry it into 2026. You got a good 3.5, 3 weeks, something like that. We can get it done. But yeah, so that is number 3. Clear off your that little to-do list. That one thing on the to-do list. Like, I usually have a to-do list and I try to do 8 things, and there's always one thing I just keep putting off. For the longest, it was doctor's appointment, and I finally pushed myself to do that. But I almost said but I stopped myself. I'm getting better. But there's plenty of other things that are now on that list that I can easily knock off. So that will be huge, because it's decluttering your mind. It's one less thing, one less task that you have to do, and you can do that. You can accomplish that before 2026. So the whole point is to build momentum, because momentum will carry us. It'll carry us. And if we build momentum going into 2026, hopefully, like I said before, it'll carry us. And it's things like decluttering and clearing out, checking off a box on something that you've been prolonging on. If we clear the runway, we can go down it and take off. So that's the goal. Let's pause for a second. I'm going to pause. Let's go into the chat and let's see what's going on. Let me see if I can catch up a little bit. At Christmas, oh boy, it's all flying all fast already. Where we go? At Christmas time, make a phone call to someone who lives alone. Yes. Who's that? Kimmy? I think Kimmy wrote that. Yeah, my eyes are sorry. Yes, that's Kimmy. Kimmy, that's a great one. Thanks for sharing. That's what I'm saying. You guys, it's good stuff in there. So make sure you go ahead and do that. That's very important. Our days and our lives they get complicated, they get busy. And sometimes we, as much as we want to call someone and catch up with them, somehow we just don't do it, unfortunately. And fortunately, the other day I was in the car and I was like, who is someone I can call that I haven't talked to in a while? Because that was something I was aware of. I was like, I need to talk to somebody. I haven't called so-and-so in a while. So let me check up and see how they're doing. And I called them and we had a good catch up. We talked for a good hour. We had our laughs and it's crazy because time just flies. Time goes by so fast, and we have to take those moments that we have each other, and time goes fast. He has a son as well that is the same age as Bryce, and we were having we were laughing. We're just having we're going down memory lane to when they were just babies, and now they're driving and graduating. It's crazy. Time flies. So do make that phone call. All right. Let me see. Who do we have? Oh boy, this is going to be hard. I have books from school. I have downsized most. I don't even know what books I have anymore because, like I said, when I moved here from LA, I got rid of a lot of things. I ended up taking pictures. I ended up taking photos of, I know it sounds stupid, but I took pictures of homework. I think I have some things, not all, because I had a lot of stuff. I was like, I don't need this. This is too much. But I took pictures of things just to remember. And I think as you get older, you want to hold on to the good old days a little bit. You want to reminisce, and it brings back so many memories. But I don't think you need the actual book unless it's a book you love and you're going to read it again or something. But I had like my science textbooks and workbooks and things. I don't need that. I'm not going through that again. So I got rid of things like that, which was big. The emotions attached to it are strong. Oh, there's the same person. Wow, I'm just sticking with you, Sparkles. But yeah, it could be the memories and all those things that are attached to it. But take a picture if you can. I mean, only you can judge that. But sometimes taking a picture and having it a simple file on your phone or in your computer to replace a whole book, sometimes that just does the same thing. And for me, I feel it does. So you could digitize it. What else do we have? Yours truly, April. How are you doing, April? I need to organize all my photos and possibly turn them into photo books. That's a great project. These are things I'm talking about. Whatever, I don't know how many photos you have. I don't know if it's a huge project, but even if you get started on that, April, it'd be great for you. And then depending on how big it is, just make it a goal to finish and to approach, But things like that are big. Thanks for sharing that, April. Kimmy again. I still own old cassette tapes I haven't been through yet. I've had to borrow a cassette player to do it. I'll start today after this live. There you go. I have, do I have cassettes? I think I gotta, you know what? I was really, really good when I moved out here. I like I said, I got rid of like 10 to 12 containers. I don't know if cassettes made it through. Like I kept my cassettes, like my work tapes and songs that I was writing. I kept those, but I had a cassette, like my CD collection. I don't think I had a lot of CDs. I don't think I have my CD collection like that anymore. I mean, you don't really need it. And I was lugging around 7, 8 big cases of like a CD booklet thing with 100 CDs each. I was lugging it around. I think I kept like my favorite CDs. I don't know why. Not that I ever use it, but maybe for memories. I don't know. But I kept them. And maybe I wasn't ready to part with it right then and there. Maybe if I go through it here, maybe I'll be like, okay, we got rid of those then. Let's get rid of these now. Maybe not, because sometimes the streaming platforms don't offer, like on a CD single, sometimes there's different remixes that you can't get on the streaming platforms. So it depends. Everything's different. But I feel you on the cassettes. Takia Woods. Takia. It's got to be Takia, I think. I don't know. I think it's Takia. I'm going to declutter my closet. I'm right there with you. I started. I'm right there with you. I think that's an important one, because I feel every year people obviously go shopping, and shopping for clothes is who we kidding here? It's probably the number one thing that we all do. So if you shop for stuff, you're obviously adding to your closet. So in order to keep things in a way where you can manage them and not have so much clutter, sometimes you got to get rid of things. So if you go through your closet, maybe you'll be over a dress or some jeans or a shirt or some sneakers or some dress shoes, some heels. I don't know, whatever you guys got. Maybe you don't like them then, you don't like them now. It's not the trend thing anymore. Go through it, get rid of it, part with it, donate it. When I say get rid of it, I mean like donate it. Donate it. And just remember, when you donate things like that, someone else can use it. So it's not going to waste. So don't feel bad. That actually helps me a lot. It helps me part with a lot of things, even things that I haven't even worn. So I will feel like, okay, give it to somebody that will wear it, somebody that will enjoy it, that will give it some usage. So that's a good one. Who else do we have? I love that you were able to check in with your friend. Oh, I'm butting into your conversation, Joanna. Okay. I think I'm going to go back to the list. I think we're on number 4. I'm going to answer. I'm sure this is terrible. What about your old project to come visiting Africa like your uncle? I do want to do that. I still want to go to Africa. So that is on my list. I do want to do that. All right, let's get back to the list. 1, we had a check in with yourself. 2 was declutter. 3 was finishing a task, a small task, a lingering task. So that brings us to number 4. So number 4, instead of stressing about resolutions, I think it's best to pick a theme, pick a word, a theme, and I think if you pick a word, something that will inspire, something that will encourage you. And when I say like pick a word, like here, for example, like consistency, health, it could be self-love, could be alignment, discipline, fitness, growth, finances. Finances is a good one. Focus. Like if you pick a word and you just kind of say, okay, I'm going to be more consistent, or I am going to be more disciplined, more focused, or whatever it may be. If you pick a word, I think it takes some of the pressure off, and it will help guide you and influence you into making better choices and decisions without boxing you in, without being so strict on your resolution. Instead of saying, I'm going to go to the gym or I'm going to work out 4 days a week. If you just do fitness and you focus on fitness or health and fitness, throw in 2. But if you just pick health and fitness and really, really try to stick with that going into the new year, health and fitness, what can I do to focus and improve my health and fitness? That doesn't put the pressure of I have to go 4 times a week. That just means, okay, how do I gain a little bit of momentum? How do I improve my category of health and fitness? I've got 3 weeks into the new year. What can I start doing? What can I start doing now that will help? Which kind of carries into the 5th one and the last one that I had. And this one is Habit. Habit. Start making a habit. Create a habit right now. Right now, because I think they say it's like 28 days. You have to do something for 28 days to create a habit. Something like that. 3 weeks, 28 days. We got that. we got that time. Which means if we start now, if we start right now, by the time the New Year's comes, we will, if we do it correctly, we will have formed a habit. So we don't have to wait till January 1st to start a habit. We can start it right now. We can form that habit. So when the first of the year comes, we already have that habit. And some habits could be something simple, just reading 5 minutes a day, a morning, a night. Just wake up, read for 5 minutes. Or when you wake up, to not get on your phone and read for 5 minutes. And same thing at night. When you go to sleep, not be on your phone scrolling and read for 5 minutes before you go to bed. That's a good habit. That's a good thing that you can start small. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. For me, another one would be water. Water. And again, you don't have to go full on in on it. Like, I don't know. I probably, ideally, I would want to be at 3 liters a day of water. Some people say a gallon a day is good, and I probably should be somewhere in there, but I'm even saying 3 liters. That's where I want. That's where I want to be. But for this task, this habit forming thing, I'm even going to cut it even more in half and say 1.5 liters, which is just one of those tall bottles of water. It's 1.5 liters, and that's very, like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? Again, health and fitness. Like, I come on. That's on me. Like, I got to be able to do that. So that's going to be mine right there. Water, 1.5 liters of water every day. And that, I know that's not like, it's not like crazy overboard, but let me tell you, it's 1.5 liters more than I'm doing right now. Cause right now I'm not even getting a half a liter. I doubt it. So if I just focus on 1.5 liter, which is very possible, very possible. When I was juicing and when I was focused, I was drinking 2 liters of water before I even dropped my kids off to school. I was waking up and I was drinking water before I even started my day. 2 liters. Now I'm just trying to get 1.5 liter in the whole 24 hours. So it's very possible. It's very possible. But again, I'm starting small. I'm going to do 1.5 liters and see how it go. I'm going to go do this all week. And then I'm going to try to bump it up to 2. And then hopefully if I keep this thing going, by the time January comes, maybe I'll be able to bump it up to 3. I don't know. Maybe I'll only be able to bump it up to 2. But I better be bumping it up past 1.5. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You can't, you gotta give me something on this. You gotta do something. So for me, my small habit is going to be 1.5 liters of water. Like, no excuses, man. Come on. Like, I've already butchered the whole, I haven't been good. And it's okay. It's nothing I can do about it now is what I'm saying. It's not where I want to be. I'm not saying like I'm done. It didn't work. I'm going to do it. I'm still going to do it. But I have to, mentally, I have to be in a space and just small little changes. And that's what this That's what all of these things are. All 5 things are small little changes. Small little changes. Just looking at yourself and holding yourself accountable, These are all just small little changes. But yeah, you can do water. Water's for me. Maybe you guys don't need that. Another example, you could do meditation, or you can do positive affirmations in the morning, 2 to 3 minutes. You could do planning, like if you want to plan your day, like if you want to plan for tomorrow. Like some people do prep meals, or you could just plan out your day. Like make a habit. Make a habit. I don't know. Maybe for you, it's, at night, I'm going to make a list of 5 things that I'm going to do the next day. Whatever the habit is. Stretching. Stretching's a good one. I need to add that too. Stretching. I need to add that. I'm going to add that. And I know you should probably stretch a good 10, 15 minutes a day. But shoot, if I even just say stretching 2 to 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Come on, man. Like just 2 to 3 minutes. 1.5 liters, 2 to 3 minutes of stretching. And you might be thinking 2 to 3 minutes of stretching is not going to do much for you. Yes, it is. Because I'm getting probably 30 seconds, if that, of stretching. But 2 to 3 minutes will get the ball rolling. Will give me some momentum. And before you know it, I'll want to stretch more, and it'll feel good. It'll feel good. I'll feel better. I'll feel like I'm doing something. It'll spark something. It's pretty pathetic, actually, that I'm not even doing that. It's embarrassing. It's sad. But, it is what it is. It's where I'm at. But I got to get better. And these are small things I'm going to do to put myself on that path of getting better. Because when are you going to do this? When are you going to start? When are you going to do this? And you're going to wait till January 1st to do it? Why? I'm going to try now. So that's what I got. I don't know what you guys are doing in the chat, but we're going to go back to the chat and see what you guys got in there. But start now. Find something. Start now, and by the time 2026 comes, you already have that momentum. And it'll carry you. And you'll hopefully, well, I'm going to do it. Hopefully you find something. Obviously, you don't have to do the same things I'm doing. But whatever it may be for yourself, hopefully you can find 1 or 2 things to do. And it will build some momentum going into the new year. And we have time. And when I say we have time, doesn't mean like we have time. I'll start, in 10 days. I'll start, on the 22nd. When I say we have time to make a difference. We have time to create an habit. We have time to build some really good momentum. But I think we got to start now. And there's going to be challenges because, yes, the holidays are coming. So, again, we don't have to be super perfect. But we can be consistent. We can be consistent with things like water. We can be consistent with things like stretching. We can be consistent with things like reading, meditating, or affirmations, like I said, or going for a walk. If you don't walk, go for a 5-minute walk. What is 5 minutes going to do? It's going to do a lot. You're not doing a 5-minute walk. Go for a 5-minute walk. Go outside. Because that 5-minute walk might turn into a 10, might turn into a 15. But everybody should be going for a walk. So don't say, okay, I haven't been walking, I should be walking 50 minutes a day, or I should be getting 10,000 steps a day. Don't start tomorrow and do 10,000 steps. It'd be great if you could, but if you start tomorrow and you do 10,000, then 10,000, then all of a sudden you're doing 2 and 3, you're going to feel like a failure because you broke it. Just ease into it. Pick something that you can win. Build up some wins so you get used to that winning feeling, and the winning continues and it grows. So start small. Start small. All right, let me see. Let's head back to this chat. Hopefully you guys are still with me on this. All right. I love water, but now I'm older. It's hard. Yes, it gets hard, but we need it. We need it. It doesn't, everybody's different, obviously. And I'm not saying you need to drink all the water in the world, but if you're having more soda than water, or if you're having more coffee than water, if you're drinking more, I don't know, juice or whatever it is, more than water, that ain't good. That ain't good. And that's me. I don't drink a lot of soda, but I just need more water. So make sure you get your water in. Teresa, I have an app on my phone that sends me notifications when it's time to drink water. I just put the amount in and it keeps up with what I need to drink. That's great. I've heard of an app that does something similar like that. There's so many tools that we can use, you guys, that make it easier for us. There's really no excuse. There's really no excuse. We just have to do it. We just have to do it. And times are hard. Times life gets hard. You know, mental stuff is difficult at times. But these are all things that we need to do because it's all to help us, to make us better. So figure out a way to take care of yourself. Because that's all this is. This is all for you. This is all for me. I don't mean to say all for you, but you know what I mean. It's all to better ourselves. So do it. Make it a priority. Make it a priority to take care of yourself. You know? Riddle says, Terrell, I am trying not to crack puns and you are laying traps. Oh, am I? I don't know what I said, but okay. No judgment zone, says Balanced in Union. 100%. No judgment. No judgment. And the more honest you can be with yourself, I promise, the more honest you are with yourself, the better you'll be. There's always someone better than you. There's always someone worse than you. It's just how it goes. And you're always fluctuating. So don't feel bad with whatever situation you're in. And just know that whatever situation you're in, if you feel like sharing, some people don't, and that's fine. But just know that if you do, there's a very, very high chance that you're going to inspire, that you're going to help someone else. And it might make it easier for you to share. It does for me. Because trust me, there's a lot of things that aren't so great about me, you know, and it is what it is. It's life. It's life. But I know if I tweak a couple things here and there, I'll be better. And one day I'll look back and be able to say that I got out of that challenge, that struggle. You know, I was in a bad place. I was not working out. I was unhealthy, and I'm better now. I truly believe that I will get to that point. But you got to go through things sometimes, and I'm going through some stuff, and I'm sure there's someone else that will go through it, but maybe one day they'll look at the old me and Compare it to a future me and be inspired. But in order for that to happen, I got to get it going, and I will. I got to get it going. Denise 37921. Oh, this is at Monica's. Sorry. My mom did that as well, but she also had to pay for these $900 Mo pills. I had to cut her water intake in half while she. I guess you're writing it in the chat so I can read it, but I'm sorry if I called it out. Okay. Here's Monica. She says, I used to drink soda all day long. I've started drinking it without food too, but I will do better, I promise. It's a lot of sugar, and just try to cut it down. Try to replace. I don't know how much soda you drink, but let's say you have 3 cans of something. Try to replace one of them with water. And you may be saying, yeah, 2 cans of soda is not good a day, but it's better than 3. Or if you're having 2, just have 1 and cut it in half with water. Whatever it is, make some changes, make some adjustments. You have to. If you want to make, I was going to say if you want to make a change, but if you want to change your habits, you got to make a change. But that's the truth. If you want to change your habits, you got to make some changes. You just have to. You have to. How else are you going to do it? There is no other way. So, I know you can. And you know you can. The question is when? When? And will you? Because you can. You just have to do it when you do it. So start now. What else have we got? Hi, Terrell. Thank you for the inspiration. I'm going to do water and no sugar. Start now. That's great. No sugar is really good. That's what I want to do. I've been, the sugar thing is tough for me. But that's the ultimate goal, especially with the holidays coming up. I'm sure I'm gonna slip up here and there, but I'm gonna say low sugar for me right now, and then hopefully that starts the ball rolling. But it's contagious, you guys. It's if you start something and you start cutting it back and you start feeling good and you start feeling better, your mind's clear. You want that feeling more, and it's like, well, I'm not eating as much of this. So then you start cutting it even more. So start. That's the key, is to start. Okay, Terrell, you got me reorganizing my bathroom since you started talking about doing something. It was a long time coming. Good, Rosie. Perfect. And you know what? Once you finish that off, you'll feel better about it. It'll be more organized, and you'll move on to something else. It'll get contagious. You'll start wanting to do more. So, good job with that, and thanks for sharing. Let me see. We got a couple more minutes for a couple more. I can't give up sugar. I know, Carrie. I know what you mean. But I've cut down a lot. But not enough. But I know what you mean. It's really hard. Just ideally, it's great to give it up, but if we can cut it down, or slice it in half or whatever it may be, if we can lower our sugar intake, it would help a lot. Start there. This is a big one. Julie Craig, 8085. This is a big one. Thank you. Don't compare your journey with someone else's. Very, very true. Absolutely. Don't compare yourself to other people. Everybody's on their own journey. Everybody has their own things, life experiences. We cannot compare ourselves to other people because we're all going through different things at different times. But we can support each other, and you can learn from other people. And sometimes you can look at other people and be inspired, but that doesn't mean that you have to do exactly what they do or be exactly where they're at. And that's very hard to do. It's very hard to look at someone and say, well, they were able to do it in, I don't know, they were able to lose 20 pounds in a month. I want to be able to do that. Of course you do, but it might not work like that for you. And that's fine. You know, there's a lot of variables and things like that. Don't be discouraged. Stay on your own path. But that's a great point. Thank you for sharing that. Yours truly, April. You never know who you are inspiring. So true. So true. What else do we have? I'm looking. I don't see a lot of questions, which is fine. The struggle is real. It's very true. I'm probably way back on this chat, but I'm sorry. What else do we have? Oh, here's another struggle is real. Is that the same person? Maybe it is. I don't know. Sugar is so bad for us, but where did it go? But it's really hard to give up. Yeah, I know. It really is. It's really, sugar's in everything. But start that's why sometimes it's hard to just say I'm not having any more sugar, no more sugar, because it's hard. It's hard to avoid. So even if we just cut back, or if we just say, okay, I'm going to allow myself on, or on the weekends, or I'm going to allow myself on Saturday night to splurge, or to have my cheat meal, or whatever it might be. Sometimes those things are a lot easier and a lot more attainable than to say I'm not going to do it at all. So whatever works for you. Everybody's different, as I said. But definitely sugar is not the greatest for us. It's actually terrible for us, and we all need to learn how to manage that. So hopefully we all have that under control. And if we don't have it under control, we need to figure out how to get that under control. Thanks for sharing that, Felipa. I don't crave sugar like I used to since I don't eat as much anymore. I ate a piece of pecan pie, but it wasn't the same for me. Oh, it's April again. Yeah. I know what you mean. It's tough, but again, also another thing is when you don't have sugar as much and you start to go without it, when you do finally have sugar, it's too much for you. It's too much. It doesn't even taste the same. It's so sweet. You get accustomed to not having it. So it's possible. Definitely possible to cut back, at least. Here's a question. Hey, Terrell. Hi, this is Chantel from Switzerland. Please, are you coming over performing with the Jacksons in March 2026 in Switzerland and June 2026 in Germany? No, I'm not performing with the Jacksons. I don't know where I will be next year, but I will be doing some shows, I know, with my brothers. But I'm not performing with the Jacksons anymore. But thanks for your message, Katie. Riddle. Fiber can help curb the sugar. Easier said than done, though. But a fiber-rich diet has benefits. Yeah. Anything that helps with curbing the sugar is good. But water helps with a lot of this stuff. A lot of it is lack of water, and we think we want sweets. And sugar is like you have sugar, and it's when you just want more sugar. Sugar makes you addicted to sugar. So got to break that cycle. Sugar and salt is in everything. How can you avoid it? That's what I was saying. It's hard to avoid. You just have to be aware of it and just try to cut back on it. So it's very hard to avoid. It's possible to avoid, but it isn't everything. And you just have to cut back. Here you go. I cut back a lot of sugar by making my dessert at home instead of just buying them ready made at the store. Yeah. And you know what? Another thing is fruit. I know fruit has sugar, and having too much fruit can some people say is not great either. But a fruit salad is going to be 1,000 times better than a Snickers bar. You know what I mean? So sometimes when you're craving sugar, sometimes a small cup of strawberries or something like that will do the trick. And you forget how good fruit tastes when you haven't had it in a while, and when you're really just having fruit, you realize fruit is actually really good and it's healthy for you. So don't sleep on the fruit. The veggies are tough too, but when you get to a point where you're eating healthy and you're feeling good, you start to really appreciate the fruits and veggies. But it's hard to get to that point. But when you do, you start to appreciate it. So I'll get there. I will get there. All right, let's do a couple more. Yes, this was it. This is it. I'm basically going to start my wrap up soon, but yeah, that was it pretty much. All right. Any more before we head to some jazz? I don't see a whole lot more. Have you tried high protein? Helps no more carb cravings. There's all sorts of diets and things that you guys can do. Everybody's different, of course, and some things work with some people and others don't with others, because we're all different. We're all different. We all have different diets and different needs and this, that, and the other. So do some research. Take care of yourself, you guys. Do some research, see what works for you, and make some adjustments. Start with those 5 things and just be honest with yourself and go from there. All right. I think we covered a lot. I might have missed some questions. What's your favorite candy, Taro? My favorite, I liked, I think they called them Happy Colas in Europe or in the UK. But I loved Coke bottles. They were those little small Coca-Cola things, gummies. But I loved those. I haven't had those in a minute. But oh man, those were really good. So it's like gummy bears and things like that. But I don't know. I mean M&Ms, Snickers, all of that stuff. But I don't really have too much of that. Unless it's around me. I don't buy it. Like I won't go to the market and buy a Snickers bar or get stuff. My kids will. But I don't normally, like even like Halloween was around. I might have had like the small Snickers just to have it, but I won't go and get it. And I think my sugar comes from either cereal, which is terrible, but I would say cereal, frozen yogurt. Not really so much ice cream, but frozen yogurt, which is, I guess, soft serve ice cream. What else do I get sugar from? I don't know. Maybe juices and coffee, cream and sugar. But I don't think I do have a sweet tooth. But I feel like I've cracked down a lot on my sugar. Not nowhere near where I need to be, but I've made some improvements, so we'll see. Here we go, Teresa. I put so much sugar in my coffee. Yeah, I believe I have that issue as well, which is terrible. So there you go. All right, you guys, we are we are going to wrap this up. We're going to sign off. And let's see if we have some jazz. Got some jazz? I think there's jazz playing. I believe there is. I think so. But just want to thank you guys again for really hanging out and helping build this channel. I enjoy it, as I said before. Let's do a quick little recap. I think it was Jennifer Jackson that did it, that wrote it down, but we're gonna go through it again. Number one was check yourself. Make sure you're aligned. Be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Really see. Just do a check-in. Really see what you want to improve and what you can work on. What needs to make adjustments. What you can fix. That's number one. Number two, we have declutter. Pick an area, something small, something not too big, not too overwhelming, but pick an area and clean it out, because clutter just adds and it just builds and it overwhelms us. So that's the second one, was decluttering. The third one is finish the job. Finish the job, finish the task, the lingering thing that you're not getting to, that you've been putting off, that you've been procrastinating about. Finish it off so you could check it off the list. Again, small things. It doesn't need to be the huge task, just something small, something simple. 4, we have pick a word, pick a theme, consistency, fitness, health, just whatever it may be, whatever theme you want. If it's health, if it's, I don't know, being more organized, pick something, and it will help you with your decisions. And the reason why we're picking a category, we don't want it too boxed in. Like, we don't want it too, I can't even think of the words, but too strict. That's not even the word, but you get what I'm saying. Pick a word so you got a little leeway. You can move around a little bit in there, just healthy. You don't have to go 3-4 times to the gym. Just be healthy. You'll get there. And I think that was 4, right? So, and then 5, habit. Create a habit. And we got time to create it. Don't wait. We got to start it now to create a habit for 2026. But if we start doing something now and we're consistent with it enough, we will have created a habit, and that will carry us. The whole goal is to build momentum, but start now and don't wait till January. It doesn't have to be heavy. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. Challenging, yeah. Possibly, maybe, but not where you're not going to win. Just something simple, something doable, and something that you can walk into 2026 with some confidence, with some focus, feeling prepared, and that's going to give you some momentum. Okay? So that's it. That's all I got. Thank you again for hanging out with me. And I don't know if you enjoyed this, if you thought it was helpful, if it was inspiring, if you liked it, like the stream, and comment and share the live stream. And of course, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on the next live that I do, or video. But anyways, thank you guys once again for your support and for helping me build this channel. I hope to catch you on the next live, which will be somewhat soon, I guess. But take care of yourselves, and thank you. Again, thank you. But take care of yourselves. Do these things, 5 things. Start them. Start them. Start them now. And build some momentum. Again, doesn't have to be big. All right? Start them and keep them going. I will check in with you guys soon. And let's keep this going. All right? Let's keep this going. You guys take care. And I will see you. I'll see you soon. See you next time. Take care.